more tasks today. One, finish cutting the grass, but before I do, I gotta go home, get my hours, go back to where I was, get some gas, of course, and come back and drop off my hours. What the heck's that? Oh, it's a bag of chips. I was like, I hope it's not a brick or something that's gonna smash my car. Notice how I drove straight over top of it though. Wait and see what happens. Oh, it's a bag of chips. So, bottom line, if I can re-record those other songs, I can start working on my lead up to the Triple Hammer stuff, which is going to be called Forge. And it's going to be a trilogy. And at the end of the trilogy, you may just forge a mighty 8-string guitar out of it. I'm trying to think about how I could, because I got to be able to do stuff with like no money. I got to make you an entertaining video with no money, right? And just working with what I have. And that's not easy. Like, it sounds easy. Oh, anything you have is good enough. You know, like, props sell, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to do it so that when you watch the video, it's like, oh, that's funny, I'm going to watch it again. The song's good too, you know? Or, oh, that song's so good, the video's not bad either, I'll watch it again. Either way works, right? So, yeah, the Forge project, the idea is to lead you to the Triple Hammer thing, which is about 30 songs, which I have most of them written and stuff like that, and I haven't played them for a while. But the goal is basically, I can't do the Triple Hammer stuff this year. Turkeys on the side of the road. A whole bunch, I know you guys probably couldn't see them, so I sound like a retard, but there's a whole bunch of turkeys there. They're usually always there, though. But here's the deal. When I get to the Triple Hammer stuff, I need actors and actresses, and you know, there's going to be a horse involved. You know, so I'm going to need money to do that, right? I'm going to have to pay people. So I'd like to have funding to do that. Best way to fund it is try to get some other songs popular first, because I know people don't buy music anymore. Like, the odd person does, right? But most people don't. Like, what they're doing now is, like, rather than trying to sell your songs on streaming service, they just sell a subscription to the streaming service. And what you do is, like, if people listen to it, then you get a chunk. If they don't listen to it, you don't get a chunk, which is kind of like the way radio was. So basically, it's just digital version of radio, where if your song got played on the radio, you got a royalty. You know what I mean? Which, in a way, yes, obviously you want a method of selling your music to people and stuff like that. Oh, range. But the ticket is, if you can get yourself set up in such a way that, okay, you sell the odd song, but you have it streaming, you know, a few thousand times a day. Your song gets listened to a few thousand times a day on this podcast, you know, on this radio station, that radio station, podcast, wherever, and you get royalties coming in. That's how the guys make money. You know, that's how they're, you know, like, they make money on the road touring. Maybe not as much anymore. I mean, the big bands do, but like the littler bands, they don't really make that much money touring. In fact, most of them lose money because touring's expensive, right? You can make money, but you have to know how to do it. And you know, when you're like, okay, well, I'm going to book this venue, right? It's going to cost. We have a budget to cost, you know, whatever. But then, before you know it, like, you're booking venues and you're getting people showing up, but you're not getting enough people showing up to cover the cost of the venue, right? At that point, you lose business. And that's what's happened to many 80s and 90s rocker bands and stuff like that, where they, you know, in their heyday, they were making millions, but now people don't, you know, it's only the, you know, the people that grew up with them that come out and see them, right? And they're still thinking they can play these big, wonderful stages, where it's like, you kind of can't. you know, like there's a budget. Like it's you know, it's like anything. It just comes down to being able to make a profit, right? So going on tours for people that have the fan base to do this globally, right? Otherwise, you got to really pick your shows out. So the easier way, like most modern musicians that are making it big now, they make it big on the internet, then they go out and play. There's many musicians that are big, they're huge. They've never played live once. I Prevail, I don't listen to them very much, but their drummer, I catch his channel every now and then. I'll talk about him in the next video.